everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I even start, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on my last video. It was a little nerve-wracking, you know, coming back and trying to express myself and my passions, but you guys are just amazing and you made me feel so supported and so loved and so excited for this journey. And I'm just so freaking appreciative and happy that I have an audience that gives so much grace. So here we are officially at part 2 of this bedroom makeover. This week we got to paint and I worked on a very special project. You guys know that the curved bed was something I really wanted to fight for this room. So you're gonna see a little bit of that in today's video, and I'm just very happy that we're doing this. We are here, the Studio Hawkins family, community. I don't know. I don't know a name or anything yet, but I'm happy to be recording and letting you guys see the process. So without further ado, let's get to the video. So today's paint day, and the other day I actually went to Sherwin-Williams to get the style of paints that I wanted. I knew for sure that I wanted like a really moody pink room, but when I started swatching, I realized that I didn't want that no more. I think I was leaning towards the pink just because I wanted something that's really moody, and I knew for sure I wanted something dark because, like I was saying to y'all, the space is just so wide and just like obnoxiously big. I wanted a color that would just really bring everything back together and make the room feel a lot more intimate. These 3 colors are really nice, but the vibe that I want to go for is a little bit more neutral. So I ended up grabbing this color called Antler Velvet. And I got it today. I did not get a sample. I did not try to look out on the wall. I just picked up the paint. I just went and got the paint, and I am being very impulsive. I hope it looks right on the wall. I'm just ready to paint. Like, I'm just ready to get the show on the road. Like, I will figure it out as I go. So the reason I grabbed this paint is because I wanted something that was dark, but not too dark where the furniture would look really odd, because my furniture, what I'm envisioning, I want darker furniture too. So I don't want the paint to like, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I don't want the paint to just be too much. Okay, moment of truth. We do not have the right stuff to open this can. Are you getting it? You got it. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is pretty. Officially done painting this room, I still have like this love-hate relationship with the color. I'm hoping that when I actually start adding the elements and the different colors and textures, it'll all kind of come together, because right now I'm not loving the paint. I really do like that I actually painted the trim and the door. It's just very clean and polished, and it feels a little bit otherworldly to me when you paint everything the same exact color. Like, it feels like you're kind of lost in a space. Okay, so I have an idea, and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I want to completely reupholster and cut the bed that I already have. And I'm a little nervous because I've never actually reupholstered. I've never reupholstered anything, but I was like, okay, I need a new headboard. There is a headboard that I actually really love. It's by CB2, and I feel like it is exactly what, I'm on my computer. I feel like it's exactly what I want. I want something that is mature, but still fun and still youthful, and I think it gives me that. But the problem is the bed is $1,700. Really $18, because that's $8.99. So I am going to give myself a challenge and just use the bed that I already have. The dimensions are the same. I got this bed from Living Spaces back when it was like a very trendy bed to have. And that's the issue. The issue is grabbing things that are trendy and not making sure that it works with your lifestyle. I'm a black woman and I have black woman hair. And this bed, can you tell which side is mine? On both sides. Can you tell which side of the bed is mine? That's the problem. I would clean this bed every single month and there's stains all over it. I feel like the color and the fabric just didn't work for me. And I've been wanting to get rid of it for a while, but it just didn't, I just wasn't like really focused on it. And now I just look at it and I'm like, ew. Like, ew, what is this? It needs to go. So instead of just throwing it away, why not, you know, be a good citizen of the world and of the planet and try to reupholster it instead of going to buy more materials and wasting what I have. I just really want to utilize this and do my best to try to flip it and fix it. So the idea is basically to take all the tutorials I've seen and incorporate it into my own bed instead of going to buy the plywood and doing it all by hand. All the tutorials that I see online, all they use is like a piece of plywood and then they cut from this plywood, but I don't think this is just made out of a standard sheet of plywood because the back is like really hollow, so. Happening, like there's a little box right here. I just need to like take it apart. Well, this looks a lot more intimidating. It looks a lot more intimidating than I thought. Essentially, most of the tutorials that I watch online, they're only using a single piece of plywood, but it seems like this company, they actually built like a foundational base for it to sit a little thicker instead of just adding more foam like the videos that I see. I would have to take the entire top section apart to start making that wave. I gotta think about this for a second. Like, does this actually make sense? My creative brain, it ain't that creative. after completely deconstructing the bed, it was time to make the outline for our curve. This was really simple. I just measured the entire width of the headboard to find the halfway point, and then I cut a piece of scrap paper to that size. We're going to use that same paper on the other side flipped so everything is pretty much symmetrical. After taping the paper to the board, it was time to trace out the curve. I didn't use exact measurements or the compass that I bought. I just took my time and erased when needed to ensure that it looked as seamless as possible. And this took a while, maybe a little too long, but I got it done eventually. Once I was satisfied with the curve, I took a Sharpie to darken the line to make it easier to see. Then I got my X-Acto knife and I just began to etch out the outline as best as I could on the actual headboard material. So we're officially done with the paper. We are going on the MDF and scratching out that line. And it took a couple passes, but it's really important before I actually use the power tools because that's going to make sure that I get the most precise line. Then, once I was satisfied with that, I took one final pass with the Sharpie again, and we are ready for the jigsaw.
The jigsaw. Today we're going to talk about what it does and how to use it. This jigsaw has an overhand handle with the power switch on the bottom of the handle, but you can only use it with certain type of blades. The jigsaw is probably best known for cutting curves, but it's got several other uses.
I think I got it. Let's go. The very last step to this process was sanding, and I basically wanted to smooth everything out as much as possible. Since that was my first time using a jigsaw, a lot of my cuts were really jagged, so the sander really helped bring everything together in the end. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is finished and it looks so good so far. I feel like the shape came out perfectly. I was a little nervous, but then when I started sanding, I was like, okay, this is gonna be all right. So here it is. I am so excited for the finished product. We still have to do the legs and we need to go look for a fabric, but it's looking so good so far. And that is it for part 2 of this bedroom makeover. Let me know what you think about it. I was having some iffy feelings about the paint and the bed. We're gonna get to the next part of this bed process in the very next video, but that bed is really coming together. I am very excited to start fabric shopping. Next week, we're gonna be upholstering, we're gonna be adding fabric, we're gonna really start bringing the room to life. Make sure you stay tuned for next Sunday. I can't wait. I'll talk to you soon.